What's up guys, Brad here, and today I'm giving you just a few cards that are over and underrated in my opinion. So I just want to generate some conversation in the community to, continue the hype of the expansion, which is just releasing in a few hours. So let's just jump right into it with my overrated card, which is Spreading Plague, the 5-mana druid spell, which summons a 1/5 scarab with taunt, and if your opponent has more minions, you cast this again. I think this card is being overrated just because of the fact that people are looking at the current meta. The current meta has a lot of aggressive decks. People are going wide on the board, and this is absolutely phenomenal card for that meta. But realistically, I think we're going into a more control-based meta because a lot of people are going to be wanting to experiment with the cards. The Lich King seems so powerful and amazing, a lot of fun. So you're going to be looking at a very slow meta, especially in the beginning. What this means for this card is that you're probably at most going to see about 2 minions at the board at most, maybe 3. But once you hit 2 or 1, you're really kind of just not doing much and you're almost better playing something different. Just keep that in mind. Obviously, keep an eye on what you're seeing out there. If you're seeing a lot of aggressive decks, then just, yes, tech this card in. But if not, I think this card may go to the wayside. So next up, talking about an underrated card, similarly, another druid spell for 5 mana, we have Webweave. So I think Webweave is being underrated because, yes, I even did it myself. You look at it and you see, man, 5 mana you summon 2 1/2 minions with poisonous. That is pretty bad. Yes, it does seem bad, but you do need to realize this, and I don't know if many people are looking at it, that druid has basically no removal. So Naturalize is the only card in this set right now that is removal, but nobody plays it because you don't want to give your opponent, 2 cards. So now you also need to think about it this way. If you play this card, it also acts almost as a bait for like area of effect spells or removal, because you don't want your Arcane Giant to be killed off by a 1/2 spider. It feels pretty bad. You can't ping down the spiders, so yes, if they're playing a more aggressive deck, this is a horrible card because they'll just trade in with their weakest cards and be completely fine. So kind of similarly to Spreading Plague, it's very dependent on the meta. I actually think I'm going to experiment with it in the beginning once the expansion is released, as I think it's pretty cool. I like it. It seems pretty powerful, especially after hearing that at 4 mana it was one of the best cards in the set, if not the best card. Alright, so let's move on to the final card that I believe is overrated, and it is Corpse Taker, the 4 mana 3/3 neutral minion, which reads Battlecry, gain taunt if your deck has a taunt minion, repeat for Divine Shield, Lifesteal, and Wind Fury. Now, yes, this card fits pretty perfectly into Paladin due to the card of Wickerflame Burnbristle. Now, the reason I believe this card is overrated is because the reliability of the card is just not there. If you draw your Wickerflame Burnbristle and you play it on turn 3, you don't have that minion left in the deck to guarantee Corpse Taker to have those 3 keywords. So then you think, well, I need to make it a little bit more reliable to have these 3 keywords, as make it very powerful. So you put Chillblade Champion into your deck. You maybe even are like, okay, let's go all in. Let's get Wind Fury. You throw something in with Wind Fury. These are all poor cards. The only one is Wickerflame Burnbristle that makes it potentially powerful. And then if you're left with just a Taunt and Divine Shield minion, I don't think this is good enough. I wouldn't play a Taunt Divine Shield minion for 4 mana with 3/3 stats. That's just me personally. Silvermoon Guardian is essentially the same card, and that sees absolutely no play. That is a trash card. This is kind of like a card that baits you out. This makes you want to build your deck around it. I think you're better off just playing a standard Paladin, which plays the powerful 4-cost cards that they're known for. In my opinion, it's just not good enough. I think it's going to go to the wayside. But anyways, let's go to the last card, in my opinion, that is being underrated, which is Saronite Chaingang, another neutral minion, 4 mana 2/3 with taunt and a Battlecry, summoning a copy of this minion. The reason I think this is just being underrated, and this just may be me, I don't hear a lot about this card. I think this is one of the more powerful cards in the set, especially being a rare, which means a lot of people can gain this card. There is the 2 mana Warrior spell, which gives your taunt minion in your hand +3/+3, which means you're able to get a 4 mana 5/6 twice, on turn 4. You can get 2 of these. So that's an extremely powerful turn. And then on top of that, you could play your Hand Buff Paladin, which runs Smuggler's Run and Grime Street Protector. Then, on turn 3, maybe you coin out your Saronite Chain Gang, and then you have 2 Chillwind Yetis with Taunt. So I really like the card. I can't wait to experiment with it. I think it's one of the better cards that has not been talked about very often. So anyways, let's just keep this short and sweet. Let me know what cards you think are over and underrated from the expansion. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great one. Hopefully you have some good RNG with opening your packs in the expansion.